Good morning and welcome back to Expresso here on SABC3, your feel-good breakfast show. Now it is that time of the morning where we get creative and crafty, and Ryan Matchett is back. And he of course belongs to the Cape Crafters and Design Institute, who really provides some really great support to the craft sector in South Africa and provides lots of jobs around the country. And he of course has his own business called
Ryan Matchett Design House.
There we go, Ryan Matchett Design House. How are you this morning, Ryan?
I'm good, thanks. Yeah.
Now you are back. Yesterday we made quite an interesting little light feature. Take us through what we did very quickly yesterday.
Okay, so very quickly what we did is we made this butterfly light feature.
Yeah.
We did a frame for the wings, covered it in bags, and then we went about making the abdomen out of some recycled bottles.
There we go. So we made this beautiful abdomen and wings and everything, and now it's actually time to make the light. And you're going to show us how to wire, not make the light, but do the wiring and things like that, right? Wonderful. So take us through what we need to do today.
So yesterday we made a hole in the bottle over here. And that hole is basically to accept the wire that we then thread through the bottle and out the neck.
Okay.
We also had a little nipple that went into this light fitting like this. We'll leave it out for now.
Okay.
So we open up the light fitting and we thread the cap over the top of the wire like that.
Now I must tell you that I'm not very good with these kind of things. Can anybody do this?
Anybody can do this, Leanne. There's actually no risk of anything going wrong. There's only two wires, and with lights you can connect them any way you like.
Okay, all right.
So let me show you. At the end of the wire we've obviously got, it'll come out as two bits of plastic like this, which we then use a sharp bread knife or butter knife. We cut the plastic around, and we have two bits of copper wire that are exposed like that.
Okay.
Using a bread knife or a screwdriver if you have, you can then loosen these screws here, insert the wire in, any one, and tighten it up. Once that happens, it looks like this.
Okay, awesome.
So both wires are in, they're nice and tight.
So this is what it's going to look like.
Exactly.
All right.
And then we can close it up just by simply screwing the cap back on. Nice. Remember, we put it on first. That's quite important.
Oh, that looked easy enough. Okay.
So the plug is the same thing. Inside a plug, once you've opened the screws here, inside a plug it looks like that. There's three terminals. These are the two that we're working on today.
Okay.
This is positive and that's negative, but it doesn't really matter, like I said, for a light. With a bread knife, simply screw the screws open, insert the wires into the end, and obviously do them up, close the plug, and when we're done, we've got something that looks like this.
There we go. Well, I fixed an iron, in my lifetime, so I know how that works.
Okay, so you've got that.
Yeah.
Then lastly is the switch.
Yeah.
I'll show you how to strip the wire now. Just take a sharp knife, like that.
And pop that off the end.
And pull that off. Like that.
There we go.
We've got another one done here. What I've done is I've just clipped one of the wires, as you can see there. This is going to accept the switch, which again can be opened with a sharp knife. And inside the switch, there's two screws. Screws get loosened.
And I love that I don't need an entire toolkit to do this. I mean, you're just working with one little kitchen knife over there.
Kitchen knife, butter knife, and scissors.
Very nice.
So we screw that one in there, and this one in there, and we tuck the extra wire around the other side of the switch, and when we're done, we look like that.
And that's what we've got. Wonderful stuff. And then how do we attach it to our actual light fixture over there?
Well, bearing in mind, before we had threaded this wire through here, before we did it all up. So now it's just a case of closing the lid, which accepts the light fitting. And the wire will then be hanging out there. You've now got a light with a switch.
And ta-da!
That goes on and off.
Wonderful stuff. Well, I feel so much cleverer. I can actually go and do this myself. Very nice.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Ryan. You really have, it's been quite enjoyable. So where can we get hold of you?
You can get hold of me on my website at www.ryanmatchett.com.
Yeah, or on your Facebook page.
Or Facebook page as well. I am on Twitter.
Nice.
So,
great.
I'm out there.
Ryan Matchett is the man. You can definitely do this. Go and visit him on his Facebook page, Ryan Matchett, or on his website, ryanmatchett.com. Thank you, Ryan, so much for being with us today.
Thank you, Leanne.
Graham, I'm going to teach you how to make this. What do you think?